Atlantica Beach Resort Kos, a tragedy in 5 stars that never were. Oh, my darlings, gather close, let me tell you the tale of my greatest heartbreak. Not a lover lost, not a dream shattered, but a vacation promised in gold, delivered in rust. A tragedy so profound, so predictable, it could only be the work of a place that calls itself luxury while serving you leftover canteen slop on a paper plate. Let us begin with arrival. Picture it. Kos, the sun kissing your skin, the Aegean whispering sweet nothings until you step into the lobby. A place where the air smells not of sea salt, but of despair and whatever unholy liquid drips from the lobby toilets. Yes, toilets. Not marble thrones fit for the 5-star royalty they claim to host, but dingy, reeking closets that smell like a McDonald's dishwasher after a week-long bender. You know, the kind of smell that sticks to your soul. And oh, the roomy palace of ants. Not the metaphorical kind, no, actual ants, crawling over the chipped furniture, the stained sheets, the bathroom that floods like Venice in high tide, the shower, a death trap, a slippery, moldy bathtub where you must balance like a circus performer just to wash your hair. The walls, thinner than the hotel's excuses. You hear everything, the couple next door fighting, the child screaming, the staff ignoring you when you beg for help. But let us speak of food, my loves, the great betrayal. Imagine a buffet not of delicacies, but of sadness. Cold, congealed, recycled from yesterday's disappointment. 5 types of potatoes, why? Who knows, meat so dry it could be used as building material, and a salad bar that looks like it was raided by seagulls. And then poisoning. Not just me, oh no, so many of us. My boyfriend writhing in agony, vomiting like a cursed Victorian child, while the staff shrug and say, "You're the first to complain." Lies, filthy lies. The reviews scream the truth, we were not alone. The service. A masterclass in how to make guests feel worthless. Receptionists who look at you like you've asked them to solve world hunger when you beg for a room change. Bartenders who cannot make a frappe, a crime in Greece. Waitstaff who stand in clusters, gossiping, while you wave like a shipwreck survivor for someone to take your dirty plate. And when you dare to ask for help, no, just no. No explanation, no empathy, just the icy stare of people who have given up. The beach bar, a fly paradise. Tables sticky, drinks watered down, the stench of neglect so thick you could chew it. The mini club, a tablet babysitter. The sea view we paid for, blocked by a palm tree because nothing says luxury like nature trolling you. And then, final insult, the lost item, left behind in our room, begging for a call back, an email, a single act of human decency. But no, silence, the sound of a 5-star ghost ignoring you. So here we are, my sweet, betrayed friends.
The businesses surrounding Atlantica Beach Resort Kos. Well, let's just say they've left me with a rather disheartened impression. It feels as though a pervasive cloud of disappointment hangs over the commercial offerings in this area. Honestly, it's as if a collective sigh of resigned frustration emanates from every storefront, every sunned, every menu. It's not that everything is actively terrible. It's more, a pervasive sense of being taken for granted, of opportunity squandered. It's as if they think tourists are just walking wallets, and the soul of genuine hospitality has been quietly abandoned. My initial assessment, formed after sifting through countless accounts, is that this locale operates on a principle of extracting maximum value with minimal effort. And frankly, it's rather upsetting. It feels incomplete. Let's begin. The immediate vicinity is defined by a certain, shall we say, flexible relationship with service. It's not outright hostility, more a sort of weary indifference. You find yourself constantly checking if you've been genuinely helped or simply tolerated. It's a subtle energy that, I have discovered, pervades many establishments, and it's profoundly unsettling for someone who believes in the inherent dignity of a good interaction. Take, for example, the Kos Island Marina. The overarching theme here seems to be chaos, managed with a concerning level of disdain. It's as if they've built a lovely stage, then populated it with people who actively dislike performing. Numerous accounts highlight issues with basic functions like booking, access, and even simple requests. One sailor recounted needing a month and a half to update his radio, a month and a half, while being repeatedly dismissed and minimized. Imagine the helplessness, the frustration of being utterly reliant on someone who seems to view your needs as an annoyance. A feeling of being hopelessly adrift in a sea of apathy, if you will. Several others echoed this sentiment. Reservations ignored, entry refused despite having a confirmed booking, and a general air of, "We don't particularly care if you're here." There's a pattern of arrogance that suggests that these people are so dependent on tourism that they can just simply not care. And it's not just about logistics. Complaints range from feeling unwelcome as a customer, unpleasant people, to finding the facilities simply neglected. Showers were cold. Even the physical design seems to inspire frustration. One review detailing impractical pier spacing, making docking a risky endeavor. It's a systemic issue, almost as if the very infrastructure is designed to subtly undermine your experience. Even the language barrier felt weaponized at times, with one frustrated individual recounting being berated in Greek after a simple misunderstanding. The sense is, remarkably consistent, that they simply don't value your time, your money, or your peace of mind. Then we move to the realm of relaxation, specifically to Aegean Spa. The issue here is one of deceptive tactics. The complaints center around aggressive upselling, with drastically inflated prices presented initially, only to be followed by ridiculously discounted special offers revealed to everyone else. It's a calculated attempt to exploit tourists, diving on their perceived ignorance of local pricing. The disappointment is palpable, the feeling of being deliberately misled, of being seen as a target rather than a guest. It's profoundly disheartening. This isn't wellness, it's a sleight of hand. Now, let's address Avli Restaurant. What initially appears to be a charming, recommended establishment reveals itself to be a tangled mess of disorganization and disappointment. The central issue seems to be overbooking. A constant stream of customers waiting, promises repeatedly broken, tables mysteriously appearing for others while you're left lingering. It's a frustrating dance of dashed hopes and ignored requests.
Multiple accounts speak of long waits, not for the food, but simply to place the order. The staff seem overwhelmed, flitting about in a state of barely controlled panic. The contrast between expectation and reality is particularly stark, with several reviewers noting a significant decline in quality compared to previous visits. One poor soul had a group of 10, booked in advance, relegated upstairs when they had specifically requested the courtyard. Cold food, inattentive service, a general sense of being forgotten. It's not just about the meal, it's about the violation of a simple promise, the feeling of being utterly disregarded. And sadly, this pattern extends to the beachside experience. Heaven Beach Bar, despite its idyllic name, seems to specialize in selective hospitality. A particularly troubling theme emerged: discrimination. Single travelers are reportedly turned away, deemed unworthy of occupying a sunbed unless they pay for two. Imagine that feeling, the arbitrary denial of simple enjoyment, based solely on your relationship status.
I was looking into scams near Atlantica Beach Resort Kos, and it's so sad, People just want to relax, but some businesses there, they're not honest. They pretend to be nice, but really they just want your money. So near Atlantica Beach Resort Kos, some businesses, they trick people face to face like in stores. One time this woman called an old man and lied, saying his son caused a car accident. Can you believe that? She told him to pay 35,000 euros or his son would go to jail. And the worst part, she made him meet her at a storefront like it was some official thing. He gave her the cash, but police caught her later at the port with most of the money still on her. I bet she thought she could just run away, but no. Now she's in jail, and the poor man, he probably felt so stupid and scared. And then another one, businesses near Atlantica Beach Resort Kos sometimes promise things they can't give. Like this Greek priest and his friend, they had a storefront and told people they could get them jobs if they paid first. But it was all fake. They stole 78,000 euros from people who just wanted